Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're all having a wonderful morning so far. We're back again with the streams. First and foremost, I just want to say to you all a massive thank you to everybody who tuned in to yesterday's watch along. Going forward today on the channel, again, got this stream now, as you guys can see, and then I'm going to be doing another one at 4 p.m. I'm going to be bringing you another stream. Hopefully, we have some breaking news like Aubameyang's contract, or if anything else happens. I'm not entirely sure whether I'm doing a watch along yet on this channel this evening for the Bayern Munich Lyon game, because I have been invited onto Ryan's channel, but I'm sort of undecided whether I'm going to go on his channel or whether I'm going to do a solo watch along and just interact with you guys a bit more and do one on this channel. So stay tuned for that, but definitely I'll be back at 4 p.m. That's nailed on. So yeah, I want to talk a little bit about Maitland Niles. Do smash the like button. Yeah, 3 people watching this live, which is good because this is, the first time that I've been doing this stream. It's only the second day of this time doing the stream. But yeah, I want to talk a little bit about Maitland Niles. Do smash a like up and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and vice versa, like my Facebook page. Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about Maitland Niles because remember at the start of the transfer window, he was listed as one of the players that could have been sold this window. And I know that the hierarchy wanted to sell him. I know that he was up for a move away from Arsenal. And basically, I want to talk to you guys is that things have slightly changed in regards to Maitland Niles in the sense that Arteta wants to keep him now that Raul Nelly is no longer at the club. It's looking like nailed on that we could be staying. He could be remaining an Arsenal player. But listen, he's had a bit of an up and down season, really, Maitland Niles, hasn't he? So, he started off really well under like Unai Emery. He was in favour a lot with Unai Emery, and then when Arteta come in, before Arteta come in, like under Freddie Ljungberg, he was playing well, and then since Arteta's come in, kind of took him out the team a little bit. He kind of talked himself out of a starting spot, by saying that he doesn't want to play right back. And then, he was left out of the team for a bit. But then since he's come back in after the restart because of the COVID-19 situation, he's been playing really well. He's been playing fantastically well. And, he seems to have got it together. And that's what Arteta's done, is that players like Granit Xhaka and Maitland Niles, who were pretty much on the way out, you could probably say in January, that it was nailed on that they were going to leave. But Arteta's kind of turned them around, and they've, for want of a better word, they've seen the error of their ways. So yeah, Maitland Niles is an interesting one, because if you'd asked me at January, I would have been happy to see him leave the club. I would have said, yeah, cash in on him, we can get a fair, decent amount of money. But now, I'm not so sure. Like, I would rather keep him now. Listen, Arteta obviously rates him now. He had an outstanding game in the semi-finals of the FA Cup, and then again in the final he played as well. So like he was doing pretty decent. Do you know what I mean? And I would keep him. I would keep Maitland Niles. The problem is that our how are Arsenal going to generate other funds? How are Arsenal going to generate other funds? Which, you know, we know that we're interested in Thomas Partey. We know that, you know, Atletico are holding out for that 50 million euros, and Arsenal are trying to sort of cut costs at all costs. So it looks like the only way we're going to get Thomas Partey is if we raise funds, and it might be that Maitland Niles is sacrificed for the greater good. You know, in terms of if we sell him, he could be part of that mass exodus of players that will enable us to raise the funds to bring in Thomas Partey. So yeah, it's looking like that. You know, that he could go as part of the mass exodus. But how would you feel about that? Listen, I know there's other players that we could probably get a fair bit of money, fair bit of cash for, which leads me on to my next story that I want to talk about is Guendouzi. I was reading a lot of reports that he could potentially leave Arsenal on loan, which obviously is not ideal. If we want to raise money, we're probably looking at selling him on a permanent deal. And I think Guendouzi is probably the one player that we could actually get out and raise a bit of money. We could get upwards of 40 million, possibly even 50 million for Guendouzi if, you know, if the right club really wants him and they're willing to pay the money. But I definitely would expect at least 40 million for him because he's still young. He's at an age, you know, he's still contracted to Arsenal. He's on a long contract. He's at an age where, listen, he's still got a long career ahead of him. But his attitude's wrong, and for whatever reason, he's not been getting on with Arteta. Listen, I think it's nailed on that he's going to be leaving the club this summer if a suitable buyer comes in. And the other question I want to pose to you guys is: would you be happy seeing Maitland Niles? Not Maitland Niles. Would you? Yeah. So the two questions for the players I've talked about is Guendouzi and Maitland Niles. So would you be happy if those two joined another Premier League club? If, say, Maitland Niles had to leave so that we could raise funds to bring in Thomas Partey, would you be happy if, you know, like say Maitland Niles went to Tottenham? I know that he's been heavily linked with Tottenham and they were interested in him. Would you be happy seeing him go to Tottenham? And vice versa with Guendouzi, would you be happy seeing him go to another Premier League club if another Premier League come in for him? Do smash a like on this video. Really appreciate that. I've been going for 8 minutes now. Currently 3 of you watching live. Listen, I know the stream's not great for most of you, but like I said, I'm going to be back at 4 p.m. And then keep your eyes peeled because I might be doing a solo watch along for the game later on this evening. But listen, that's not confirmed, so it's just something that I'm toying around with the idea. But definitely, I'll be back at 4 p.m. So yeah, let's read some of your chats out. I know there's not many of you watching, so there's only a few chats, but let's read some of them out. Big up Football Skills, hope you're well. NHTAYSSN, hope you're well. Morning Grant, hope you're well. Let's have a big up Justice, who's joined, I don't know whether you're still watching, but big up you. Football Skills, going to the beach. You're going to the beach, man. It's raining, unless you don't live in England. But yeah, have fun. NHTA says great player, but I think he will stay because he's in Arteta's plans. Yeah, I think he'll stay as well. I really do think he'll stay. Do drive the likes up as well. I know a lot of my regulars will watch this on playback, but yeah, do drive the likes up. Do smash the subscribe if you are new to the channel. My speech just cut out. It's taken all of 8 minutes for that to happen, so I'm quite pleased. But yeah, listen, I am going to be back at 4 p.m. Let's try and read a couple more of these out. Grant saying he hopes Maitland Niles doesn't leave. Yeah, I agree. So he's on about, obviously, Guendouzi, 35 to 50 mil for him. Let's have a look here. Big up Sam Greenwood TV is in the building. How you doing, Sam? Yeah, no worries, mate. Thanks for tuning in anyway. NHTAYSSM. Guendouzi, Sam says, Guendouzi's linked to Villarreal on loan with a 30 million buyout clause. Yeah, I think we should be looking him out to try and get him out on a permanent deal, though, if I'm being brutally honest, because I just don't see how we're going to raise the funds to get Partey unless the Partey thing is dead in the water. But I can't imagine it be, listen, it's interesting. We need, I think we could at least get 40 to 50 mil for Guendouzi. I think we could at least get 40 to 50 mil for him. But it's just whether somebody will come in and pay that. Obviously, we know that Unai Emery is a big admirer of Guendouzi. And listen, when Unai Emery was manager of Arsenal, he was always in the starting lineup, wasn't he, Guendouzi? He'd not missed a game. You could argue that Unai Emery overplayed him, which is probably true, and hence why he's got this massive attitude problem, because he's got ideas above his station. But yeah, it's interesting with Guendouzi, but I guess we just have to wait and see, don't we? We'll just have to wait and see with what's happening. Do drive the likes up, people. Only a few of you watching this morning, but listen, thanks to everybody who's tuned in. I know 10:30 is a bit of a peculiar time in the morning, but like I said to you guys, right, there's going to be teething problems with the schedule, so it might be if I'm going to keep this for the time being this time, but if it seems like that it's not convenient for people, I will move this again to maybe a little bit later, like an hour later or something. But yeah, like I said, I am going to be back at 4 p.m. Yeah, I am going to be back at 4 p.m. I am going to be back at 4 p.m. So look out for that stream. And like I said, hopefully we've got some news on Aubameyang. Also, I just want to give you the heads up as well, guys, that I am going to be doing a Europa League final stream, a watch along, and I'm going to be doing the Champions League final watch along on here. So yeah, that's going to be covered. So do look forward to tuning into those as well. That would be really great. listen, I'm going to get myself out of here. I've been going for 15, just under 15 minutes now. But leave it in the comments below what you think about Guendouzi, and what you think will happen with Maitland Niles. Until 4 p.m, I'm going to get myself out of here. Enjoy the rest of your day with whatever you're doing, and I'll chat to you later. Take care, guys.